Just testing if my head is cut off. Ta-da! Welcome to Puzzle with Emilia, that's me, and today we have some unfinished business. Yeah, I know it's a little bit clickbaity word, but I'm gonna do the puzzles from the semifinals of the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship 2024 that I didn't get to do because I was in the other group of the semifinals. So we have this from the individual semifinal and then this one from the pairs. Obviously I'm gonna do it solo. But yeah, this is what I promised to do. The marching order for today is that we're gonna hop almost right into these because I know a lot of people enjoy watching this rather than listening to me just go blah 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 blah. But one thing before that, I just wanted to actually show already on my previous video of the puzzles that I'm now doing after the Worlds, since I kind of like had a lot of piling up puzzles that were not kind of like optimum for my practice before the Worlds. So I'm very excited to get to do them now. So I just wanted to show them real quick. All right. This is Prim Prim. Yes. Super excited about this. So I got a Halloween calendar, my first Halloween calendar. Amazing. Apparently you can open this the first, so this is like a 13 days, so I can open this on the 19th of this month. Halloween is not really that kind of thing in Finland, so I had to figure out how this works, but that's how it works. Yes. Very older, actually let's check that I'm not a liar with my paints on fire. Okay, 2017, not that old Ravensburger puzzle I got from the reuse center. By the way, somebody said that you cannot call yourself a direct person unless you go like in great details in your YouTube puzzle videos about the puzzle. So this is from Ravensburger. Ravensburger is like a German puzzle company founded in, okay, I'm just kidding. If you're interested in the more specific names, brands, and the links to my website to each puzzle page, then those will be in the description as usual. Anyway, I'm gonna do this one, Someday Over the Rainbow. This is something I actually ordered to do before the Worlds. It's kind of like a round puzzle practice, but it arrived while I was in Spain. So now I'm gonna do it now. Not too familiar with the TV show. It's Stranger Things, yes. Some crossword puzzles. Amazing. So this is like a double side puzzle. I actually did already the other side. This is a bit awkward. I did it actually a couple of days ago, and I did this 500-piece puzzle in over 95 minutes. Yeah, I talked about it on my Instagram stories. I have not been feeling too well, so I never use my health as an excuse, but maybe in this case I shall, because that was devastating. Anyway, moving on. Then I did the other one. So this is one of the puzzles that was used in the World Jigsaw Jam. In the World Jigsaw Jam, I think we did this puzzle, so I had this one left. I did it also this week. By the way, I'm also gonna participate for the upcoming Euro Jigsaw Jams. I kind of missed the one season because everything was sold out, but this time I got them all, so yeah, I'll be there. Then I had also, if you probably also saw on Instagram, I got this from Puzzle Friend. All of these pieces were mixed, 500, 500,000 pieces, all of them mixed. So I already did these, so that one is done. Fearless Females, I got this from a museum. I think you have actually seen some of these already because I think I bought this like half a year ago, so it's probably been in one of my haul videos or something. This one, and actually, I'm not even sure if this is mine. This might be also borrowed from somebody. I need to figure it out. If somebody's not in a hurry to get it back, I'll maybe do that on the Christmas season. This is the 1000-piece I was supposed to do under 90 minutes that I still haven't done. 1000-piece puzzle I got from the Worlds. 1000-piece puzzle I was supposed to do before the Worlds, but ran out of time. Two of the treble puzzles you have definitely seen a million years ago. And then I think I have another puzzle that it's borrowed from somebody. I need to start making better list out of these things that I borrow. So this one. And I'm gonna take you for a small trip. Are you ready? Let's go. So this is something Daniel is working on right now. He bought it from Palapelitaivas. Yeah. This is Willy Point. Okay, so there's a couple more. This impossible puzzle that I promised to do for a decade. This 1000-piece, I feel awkward, Jan van Hasteren is how I always pronounce this. I know it's not correct. And then I have some, so I've done this, this, and this, but these are still waiting to be done, especially this one. This is from Amy herself. Look. All right, this is from Amy herself, signed and everything. Super excited to do this one. Oh my God. Puzzles are flying here. Okay, and then I have one more. This is a cat. Yes, but we're not gonna do the cat because this is not a puzzle. This is what we found when I was doing the video of all the puzzles I have. So apparently I've had this like since forever, probably like one of my first puzzles. This is also Amy Stewart art. I've never done it. I probably had this like always. And I probably wasn't such a puzzle genius back then, so I probably thought it looked similar to something else and I thought I'd done it, but I haven't. So that's what I'm gonna invade the kitchen table next with, yes. But let's go and do the semifinal puzzles. All right, here we go. How many times have you heard that? Starting with the pair semifinal puzzle. I was just doing it this way because I thought if there is some kind of like a disaster, like with the other puzzle that I did in like 95 minutes plus, so then I can still leave the individual semifinal puzzle for maybe another day. Cancel the whole YouTube video. Luckily that did not happen. Yeah, interesting pair semifinal puzzle. I think if we would have maybe done a bit better with this one with my pair. Maybe just for the reason because we did a mistake with the other puzzle that had text and stuff, that I didn't realize that my pair cannot do them upside down. Yeah, what you gonna do about it? Anyway, I actually looked at some interesting statistics of me and my pair's time. So our times together are usually pretty much double of the time that I do solo. I think if you want to do a shortcut conclusion, obviously this is not news, this is pretty obvious thing. My pair, Emilia K, is much faster than I am. So in that sense, I'm the one who kind of goes on her wing and kind of like maybe slows her down, if you want to put it that way. No news there for sure, but also we're very like opposite, so I think we come together quite nicely because we have different styles to do puzzles. So it's kind of like no matter what puzzle you give, it's kind of fitting perfectly either one. And of course we're both generally fast, so we do well with kind of like all kind of puzzles in a way. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I was surprised that it was sunny today. It has been so cloudy and just like raining, and then of course about to start the film there is this annoying bright sunlight, so I had to wait a little bit later. This puzzle is nice. I like it. Very traditional German image. What can you do about it? I felt like it wasn't completely flowing, so it did get stuck multiple times. Not like major huge mistake for sure, but it was definitely getting a bit stucky there and here and there. Which I think is actually a good thing. I actually like when there is, like the worst scenario for me is that I finish a puzzle, let's say it takes me 50 minutes, and I cannot come up nothing, like anything that could have been done better or any mistakes or anything, because then it's like, okay, is this my full potential then? But definitely like there's a lot of things that could have been improved. Yeah, I don't know. It was going places for sure. Very interesting. Yeah, And obviously we cannot compare here any times because I'm doing this solo. Of course you could go to myspeedpuzzling.com and compare your time over there. And actually one thing I wanted to bring up is the very interesting kind of like a conversation starter opening I saw on social media about whether you should use the phrase of I would have placed X when doing competition puzzles. The conversation was obviously specifically about the worlds. I think it was very interesting pointers over there. And okay, I'm gonna finish this puzzle. So my final time was 54 minutes and 5 seconds. It's fine. Let's go to the individual puzzle. Anyway, the conversation starter. So there was kind of like a huge list. And first of all, I want to point out there is nobody wrong or right in this conversation. I just want to bring a little bit more my point of view into the conversation, like more rather than that somebody would be wrong in my opinion. But there was like a huge list of these, like, okay, if you have this advantage. And I just feel like it's not that black and white in a way. So kind of like, okay, you can say, okay, you had a smaller table and blah, 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 blah. And you know, the stress and hassle and blah, 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 blah going on. But I don't think those are specifically always like disadvantage or advantage. A lot of people actually do their best personal new time and records in competition. And this is not about just speed puzzling, but also other sports. So for example, stress, things that cause you stress can actually make your performance better. You got the pressure. And this is exactly as I told you, there's nobody right or wrong in this conversation. It just like some people, I've seen a lot of people completely fail in a competition because they just get so overloaded. Or stuff like that. Some struggle with the smaller table, especially if they haven't practiced with it. Then on the other hand, as somebody said, I think on the live stream, said that, you know, actually smaller table might be better because your pieces are forced to be closer to you, so they don't start to spread around. I'm suffocating on myself because I'm getting so excited about this theme. But that said, for example, the stress is not specifically a bad thing. It can, at least for me, I usually do better times in competitions because I do have the pressure and I work well under pressure. At home nowadays, like, and obviously this is my problem. It would be beneficial for me if I could give my 110% at home, but I just cannot get it out of me. But when there is like people and everything watching, I'm like, let's go. And of course, circumstances is always, we can never compare like circumstances in a way because they affect everybody differently. So I don't think we should put it in black and white that certain thing is like advantage or disadvantage. And also kind of like how much one thing actually affect our time. It might be a negative thing, but does it actually affect our performance? It's always a good question. I don't think anybody has specific answers for these questions, and I completely understand the point that somebody may feel a little bit bad if somebody kind of like compares and they were not even in that situation. And I would definitely 100% agree. I would never go like say that maybe I use personally quite a lot of I would have placed X phrase, but I would never go like, oh, I'm better than this person because in this list, in this competition that I wasn't at, I would have been better. So that I would never kind of like do and name somebody. But yeah, and also for example, people target if you have even 1 minute to look at the image, then you do it better. But have you actually, I have tried this multiple times, like doing these mystery puzzles I've never seen before. There doesn't seem to be too much difference. But once again, I'm pretty sure we can argue this for the end of the world. So I just think the competition, if this and that, is kind of like pointless in a way. But I'm finishing this puzzle now. And I would definitely qualified with this because this was 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes better than the last one who qualified with the time. Also better than what I did in my semi-final time. So, da-da-da-da-da-da. And honestly, quite the reason why I wanted to give my 5 set sense on that topic is from the coaching point of view, that I don't want people to think who are thinking about, okay, could I go to a competition? How would I do maybe there? To think that, okay, oh my god, like if my time at home is hour and 10, is that there is these 20 advantages that I have at home, and it's going to be so different in a competition, and my time at least has to be like hour and 20 with the same puzzle if I would have been in a competition mode, because that might not be true. If you would have been with the exact same puzzle, all with these pointers that there was made, you may have even done hour and 5. So like, who knows? It's not that black and white, and I don't want anybody kind of like, because I know there's a lot of people who are kind of like, can I compete? Should I go? Am I good enough? How will I do in a competition? And also, I've seen a lot of people when they go to a competition with this mindset that, okay, it's going to be so much harder and there's so much disturbance and stuff, that it creates actually in their mind this mindset that will affect their performance. It's literally the cognitive triangle, that our emotions and thoughts affect how we act. So yeah, we may kind of like do like a not so, like, you could do better performance, but if you set it in your mind that I'm gonna be so much slower because of ABC, and that's a black and white kind of fact, then most likely you will do your slower time. But if you go with the mindset that, you know what, stress is good, or I feel anxious, but it's only because I'm like, this is important to me, and you know, these negative feelings, they also have purpose in life. So yeah, this is gonna like, let's go, the pressure is gonna just fly me through this puzzle. So yeah, I think that's better. But obviously this is just about the sports psychology and stuff. And I said we can discuss till the end of the world with whether something is advantage or disadvantage. We can always compare circumstances. That's in any sport. Okay, I had a rainy day, they had a better weather, the wind was different when I was throwing this track and field thing. We're never gonna get out of it, and quite frankly, in the end, the only thing we can compare is the times. And yeah, and of course, when you do your own analysis of how did you do, you can always consider this stuff, but try to consider stuff mainly that you can kind of like also control too, because otherwise it's just an endless what if conversation, and I'm not sure if that's helpful if you want to get better. Anyway, I don't have anything else today. I could talk about this for the rest of my life as usual. If you're interested more about sports psychology and coaching stuff, you can join the speed up from my channel or get private lessons. Self-promoting, sales ad, warning. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.